everyone, my name is Jess and I'm back again today with another reading vlog. Like, that's not a reading vlog. Basically, I've already done this once where I will pick up the camera every so often while reading a certain book and then just give my thoughts as I'm reading it. I did this previously with Genuine Fraud, which I had really good fun doing and like making that video, so I thought I'd make another one. So the book that I started this morning is Bonfire by Kristen Ritter. So from what I gather, it's like a suspense thriller novel about this girl called Abby who left her hometown that she had a lot of trauma and bad stuff in that town. She left it to go and become a lawyer and live in Chicago, and now she's back to work on some case because something's happening in the town, and basically she's just run into one of her old classmates, and it's like you can tell that there's a lot of shady stuff going on and that a lot of shady stuff happened in the past. So yeah, I feel like it's going to be very suspenseful and grown up, and yeah, I don't know why I chose to read this out of all the books I've got left, but I did. I'm 2 chapters in so far, which is 17 pages, and it's fine, hasn't really picked up yet. I feel like there's a bit too much being told straight away. Like, there could have been things that we're left to think about. So basically the main character is like first person POV, so I'm like, okay, the character's just sort of telling you everything you need to know straight away. It's like, okay, so this is my hometown, this is what happened there, but a lot of things have already been told, and I'm a bit like, okay, that could have been left to the imagination. Like, overall it's pretty easy to read so far. It's not very exciting yet. I'm not sure what the mystery is yet. I haven't really got there, but once I do, I'm sure I'll let you know. I will see you next time I pick the book up. I'm back again. It's been like ages since I filmed that last clip, like days and days and days, probably like over a week. My makeup is smudged. I'm looking horrific. I'm sat here watching some Emma books because she motivates me. I have made a fair bit of progress with Bonfire. I'm about halfway through. It's taking me a long time. Like, the chapters are really short, and once I do read some, I get through loads of chapters in quite short bursts, but like I'm struggling to be motivated to pick it up. Like, it's good, the mystery's still building, I'm interested in where it's gonna go, but I have a few problems with it. One of my main problems is Abby, I think her name is, the main character. I find her very grating. I find her quite irritating, and like I can see what her type of character is. I can see why she's like that. She has a lot of aspects to her that I find interesting, but I also find them very basic, and like I almost find them almost as if I don't like her personality, which is fine. Like, I cannot like a character for their personality, you know. I don't really like Harry Potter as a character, but I can understand that he's a great character. But I don't know, she sort of feels like she's written to be exactly the type of person that Kristen Ritter actually plays. Like, it's very basic, bad girl, person that comes from a tragic past, and I feel like that's all she is to me. And one thing I am finding interesting is the legal side of things, because obviously this book is about a legal case against a giant water company or something called Optimal, who have taken over the main character's hometown, and she's trying to find out if they're doing bad things and contaminating water and stuff like that. Like, that's what the whole basis is, but then it goes back into her backstory with the town and all the stuff that happened when she was a child, which was very traumatic, and like, it's awful. But I think the thing that annoys me is the fact that she knows. As a character, Abby is very self-aware, but she continues to do things that I don't feel someone who is that self-aware would do. I like how Abby is at the moment not a very reliable narrator, because a lot of the things she's said about her past, she's rethinking them, and so we're rethinking them. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye. It's a few days later, and it's currently doing a bit of a snow for once in a lifetime where I live, and I'm literally sat here reading Bonfire by the window, and it's a nice time. But yeah, I have about 40 pages of Bonfire left, and it's taken me so long to read this book. As I've been reading today, I've realised that there's a few more things I like than I thought. So basically I've been reading a lot, and I figured that I do like the writing style. It's easy to read, but it's also very I don't know what the word is, like vivid. It's not visual, but it's like vivid, and I can definitely feel everything that the main character Abby is feeling. Like I said before, there is still something about Abby that I don't like, and I find it interesting that she's an unreliable narrator, because she seems like, not really spoilers, but she seems to have a bit of an alcohol problem. She seems to have a problem with like relationships. I don't really like the relationships that Abby has. I don't think they're necessary, and I think they're a bit over the top sometimes with like sexual stuff. I don't know, but that's just her character, I think, that I'm not really crazy about, but you know, I'm not gonna like every character I read. But other than that, no, the language is good. I do like the way it's written. I do feel like we're leading up to something. But there's definitely stuff happening in between. It's not like I'm just bored waiting for something crazy to happen. And the mystery's there, but I'm not feeling tense about it. I'm just waiting for it to happen. But yeah, so that's what I'm feeling right now. I literally have 40 pages left, and I'm excited to finish it and start something new, to be honest. I'm back again. Okay, so I just figured out what it is that I think confuses me about this book. Like, it's in no way bad. There are some things I don't like about it, but it's in no way a bad book, and it's not badly written, especially for a debut novel. But the thing I realised is that what confuses me and puts me off is the fact that half the time she's showing and not telling, and half the time she's telling and not showing. And it's like she can't really stick to which one she wants to do, because one or the other, obviously, showing is better than telling and all that stuff, because sometimes she'll say something that implies something. It's really hard to describe. But other times she'll just say it straight off the bat, and I'm like, well, that's not as effective to me as a reader. But that's definitely what it is. I've just figured it out. So I've literally got 25 pages left, so I'm gonna read them and then I'll get back to you once I've finished. Hi again, I'm back. So I did actually finish Bonfire literally 5 minutes after I last updated you, but then I ended up going out in the snow. I didn't get home until later, and then I took off my makeup and looked like a troll. So we're back again the next day. I finished Bonfire last night, and I have some thoughts about it. I'm giving Bonfire a 2.5 out of 5. I literally just filmed my February wrap up, so you can hear a little bit about what I thought in that. I'll link it down below. But also I have my notes, and I'm just going to give you my half spoilery, probably, no actually, they're not spoilery at all. So this is a non-spoiler review. I wrote down on my notes last night once I'd collected my thoughts, and I'm just gonna like sort of wrap up everything that I spoke about earlier on in this video to make it make a bit more sense. So the first problem that I had with Bonfire was that it was very half show and not tell, and then it was tell and not show, and I felt like the style of that didn't really flow very well. It sort of made me confused a lot of the time, and it just didn't do as well as I thought it maybe could have done. But as a debut novel, I completely understand. You know, Kristen Ritter is, you know, this is her first thriller novel, and obviously you're still finding your feet when you first write a book, so I completely don't blame her for that. Another thing was that while the writing style was quite vivid and colourful, it just wasn't it didn't make me nervous and tense as a suspense novel should. I wasn't sitting on the edge of my seat reading, like breathing really hard like I probably could have done. And to be honest, the reveal of the actual like solving the mystery was surprising. Like I was surprised. I was like, oh, that's interesting, but at the same time I wasn't shook. Another thing was that I didn't really connect to the characters. It felt like the only real colourful character was Abby herself, the main character, but I feel like that could have been intentional because Abby is supposed to be quite, not self-absorbed, but like, self-absorbed. I feel like that's what I got from her character. She was very thinking everyone's against her, and that is a result of her tragic past, which is completely understandable. But yeah, as a unreliable narrator, Abby was interesting. She's a character that I didn't really connect well with, but I can see why some people would, and I can see the appeal of her type of character, which is very dark, tragic past. You know, she drinks a lot. She has some sort of problem with possibly OCD. It's not confirmed. I feel like that could have been really great representation if it had been developed upon a bit more for OCD, but that's by the by. But yeah, every other character just felt a little bit 2D, a little bit like I didn't even remember stuff about them, like especially the two main male characters that Abby has ish relationships with. I got them confused a lot. They were both very basic white boys sort of thing that just were like, I don't know. I didn't connect well with any of the other characters or even Abby herself, so that was something that didn't make me feel quite as connected to the story as I could have. But Abby was an interesting character that I personally didn't like as a person, but I can see why she's an interesting character. She's got that tragic past going on, and her issues from the past have come out in a very interesting way. Other than that, as a whole, the story was interesting. It was slightly predictable, slightly textbook, like I said. Everything felt a little bit like recycled, but it did its job. It was a mystery. I didn't get the mystery before I read it, so I didn't guess the ending before it happened, and it was well written. I can't blame her for it. So overall, I'm giving it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I don't know if anyone's going to agree with me on that, but we shall see. If you agreed with or disagreed with anything I said about Bonfire, please let me know in a comment. I would really love to hear your thoughts. Other than that, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of my reading vlog reviews. In the future, I'm currently reading, I don't know where I put it, but I'm currently reading It Only Happens in the Movies by Holly Bourne. I don't think I'm going to do a reading vlog about that, but I'm very excited to talk about it in my March wrap up. So have a great day, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye!